And we are live. I am not even going full with the intro. We're just going to get right to the game here, right to the beer at hand. Let me put up the banner to remind you to rate, comment, subscribe. Again, yes, if you have not, there's the button. Subscribe to the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. There is the name. Thank you. And thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. My name, once again, is Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. And we have a very, very interesting beer to talk about from Avery Brewing Company out of Boulder, out of Boulder, Colorado. You know who this is? This is the Kaiser. The Kaiser, 8%, 8.0 alcohol by volume, Imperial Oktoberfest for you all in this season of October and the fall. This is one of their limited releases. They used to say a couple of years ago when they did more of these bomber bottles of these kind of beers, it was in their Dictator series, and the Kaiser is a Dictator, their Imperial Oktoberfest. Brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, imported German specialty malted barley, noble German hops, and German lager yeast. Massive, brazen, bold. A six-pack was $12 and change, which I think is a great value for the kind of beer you're getting. This is canned on the 26th of July, 2021. For Walt, we miss you. We love you. Cheers to Walt, whoever he is, to the Avery Brewing Company. What else do they say? AveryBrewing.com says, I'm not going to read the whole thing because they got a lot of words here. The Kaiser weaves together rich toasted Vienna and Munich malts with the floral spiciness of Hallertau and Bravo hops to create a bold yet brazen, dry Imperial Oktoberfest. Let's see here. Earning multiple Great American Beer Festival Awards, gold in 2009, silver 2014. This Dictator demands a following through its deep, dark malt bill. Aromas of toast, nuts, and bread are all pulled together with bolsterous booziness. Eat, drink, and be merry. Available August through October. So if you see it now, grab it now. All right. I'm going to use a Trappist style tulip glass because I want to smell this beer. I've had it in the past, I don't know, a couple times. I just bought the six-pack over the weekend, and I know this is a big beer, and I want to smell that beer the best I can. And there's the can contents. All right. The Kaiser is a very carbonated. And this is a clean glass from the cabinet. Damn. All right. Is that all the light? Yes, all the light. It is a bright mahogany kind of burnt orange toasty caramel color in the light. In my eyes, it is got more of an orangey color than this dark red, but that's what you get. And it's one finger ahead in this glass. So, yeah, man. It's got the nice malty, rich color and that tan one finger head. Let's get a nose on the Kaiser, shall we? This smells good. This does smell like it's a higher ABV than 8%. So it's got some ABV alcohol to it. And you do get that marmalade, apricot kind of a thing in the background. But what I'm really getting is raisins and like toasted cereal grains. So I'm really getting a Raisin Bran, almost like granola thing, like a Raisin Bran crunch / granola. I will call that Raisin Bran crunch with toast that has some kind of apricot marmalade on it, but a very light amount of that apricot marmalade. There maybe is a butteriness thing to it in the background. Toasty. Yeah, toasty. Cereal, grainy, toasty, dark fruit, apricot. Cheers, everybody. Let's drink that Kaiser. There is the Kaiser. Nice mustache. One more sip. Yeah. Okay. The Raisin Bran Crunch granola cereal grain thing is all over this beer. You definitely get the dark fruit of raisins, some caramel, some toffee chewiness to it. Again, there's that toasty bread, toasty kind of white bread, maybe not brown bread, and it's not spicy enough to be a rye bread. So maybe it is your toasty white bread with some butter on it, and then a thin layer of like a marmalade or an apricot, or like some kind of like an apricot citrusy kind of a marmalade jam on it. The dark fruits of the raisins are there, and then you get in that cereal grain and that nuttiness of the Raisin Bran kind of crunch cereal. The 8%, it feels like it drinks. I think when it warms up, even more of that alcohol presence starts to come out, and more of these chewier, stickier kind of malty flavors come out. But it does drink higher than an 8% beer. It feels like it's higher. It's warming. It's definitely nice and warming for this time of the year. However, the weather's been way too warm this time of the year for an 8% beer like this. But we're in the high 50s ish at time degrees Fahrenheit at time of this review. But it's still kind of warmer than it's usually been. It's a tiny touch of a mineraliness, not too bad. The mouthfeel, is a medium plus, a high medium. It kind of is clean in a way. I'm getting left with some caramel sweetness in the background, and it's very crisp, popping and fizzing for days on this one. But yeah, it feels like it's a higher alcohol than a 8%, which is causing the drinkability to be somewhat lower, but the body of the beer is not matching, which is nice. So it feels like you could drink it just by the body a little bit quicker, but it has the alcohol punch of a higher than 8% beer. Is there any lacing or legs? I guess, I don't know, a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. So what would I rate the Kaiser? Even though it hasn't warmed up yet, I know what it's like when it's warmed up. It's even more toffee, caramel, sticky, figs, and raisin kind of forward. This is pretty good. I think over the course of the 6-pack, I'm going to start to like this more and more. But this is definitely like an 89 for sure. I appreciate your standard traditional flavors of an Oktoberfest are even more bumped up in the grains and the malt department, even more dark fruits and less of that refreshment quality in the background, even though this is kind of refreshing for what it is. But I kind of wish that even at 8%, maybe more hops were used or something so that the drinkability and the balance of the ABV is maybe kind of masked a little bit better. That's pretty much my main complaint. It is not the 8%. It's the boozy notes in the character of the alcohol that kind of come out. That definitely do. It's definitely massive, brazen, and bold. And this 89 is definitely an awesome. I really like this beer a lot. I think this has got to be, for me, one of the most unique flavors I've gotten out of a Oktoberfest. So this Imperial Oktoberfest, definitely worth your time if you can get the Avery beers. I don't see Avery like I used to, but Avery is still all around the place, all around the continental U.S. So go and find you some. Tell the Kaiser Thomas Middle 75 brought you. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. I will see you soon. Bye.